Coming up, Saturday windstorm damages and what caused them. Hoops Up with Sports and Joanne Canese talks about abuse prevention on Inform with Bill Potter. These stories, sports, and weather are coming up on the 18 WJTS News. This is the WJTS News. I'm Prisma Lopez-Marin. Thank you for joining us. Regarding the high winds that happened on Saturday afternoon and evening, they basically wreaked a little havoc for residents of Jasper and surrounding communities. Skies were sunny throughout the day. However, winds that decided to pick up in intensity blew off portions of the old Jasper Cabinet building, sending pieces of sheet metal through the air and into the nearby Patoka River, as well as the Jasper Riverwalk bridge that spanned over the river near the 3rd Avenue Bridge. Crews waited until winds had subsided before they cleaned up the area on Sunday morning. Meanwhile, the Riverwalk Bridge was closed until yesterday afternoon after cleaning was completed. Also, high winds caused on an entire tree located behind the right field scoreboard at Jasper's Ruxters Field to uproot, taking down a fence between the tree and nearby tennis courts. Also, high winds are blamed for an electrical outage that took place around 4 p.m. on Saturday, affecting a majority of the city of Jasper. Jasper Dispatch says around that time, a limb from a pine tree located along Mill Street fell across the power lines along Mill, causing the outage. Power was restored to the affected areas a little more than an hour later. Also, a tree was reported to have fallen near the Westwood apartment complex on the city's north side. Meanwhile, a vehicle owned by a Huntingburg couple was considered a total loss on Saturday evening when officials with the St. Henry Volunteer Fire Department say high winds caused a utility pole to fall on top of the car, causing the power lines to land on the vehicle, as well as then igniting the car's tires and front bumper. Around 6:45 Saturday night, St. Henry firefighters were called to the 10,000 block of County Road South 200 West, where St. Henry Fire Chief Steve Eckert says an electric utility pole broke off and pulled down lines on top of the car owned by Sean and Sandy White, who lived at the address where the incident took place. St. Henry Fire Chief Steve Eckert says the couple was not home when the pole fell on the car. Eckert says the fallen pole arched and caused the vehicle tires to explode and then caused the entire car to become electrically charged, burning wires and again igniting the tires and making them be on fire. Eckert says the tires burning up front started the car's plastic front bumper on fire. Firefighters used a dry extinguisher upon arrival and from a safe distance extinguished the rear wheels. Eckert says live wire lines were still on the ground when a crew from the Huntingburg Electric Utility arrived on scene. They were able to disconnect the line and isolate the area when they approached the vehicle in order to finish extinguishing the front bumper area. Eckert says the White's car is a total loss. 4 trucks and 11 men were on scene for about 35 minutes. A man police considered homeless by authorities was taken into custody early Sunday morning on a charge of domestic battery after his involvement in an incident with a female victim. Jasper police say just after 4 a.m. yesterday, they were called to an area along the 200 block of Baden Strauss on the city's north side, and when they arrived, police say they found 21-year-old Dustin Stafford, who again they say was homeless outside an apartment at that location. They also say a female victim was inside the apartment. Authorities say through their investigation they found that Stafford punched, attempted to strangle, and pull the victim's hair. Stafford was taken by police to the DuBois County Security Center, where he was booked on a felony counts of domestic battery and strangulation, as well as misdemeanor counts of disorderly conduct and possession of a syringe. Officials with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department are thanking the general public for their cooperation in attempts to locate Mark Allen Leisman, who they say has been found. Deputies did not offer Leisman's previous address or age. Authorities say, according to Leisman's family, he was found living in Louisville. They say he was first reported missing last December on the 12th, and then they also said that at that time they had not seen or heard from him since December 2nd. Once again, officials with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department want to thank the general public for their cooperation in attempts to locate Mark Allen Leisman, who they say has been found. Stay tuned. Weather and sports still to come on 18 WJTS News.